that out of the way, let's get rocking and rolling. My name is Phil Stern. I'm the Partner Program Manager here at NUSO, and thank you all for joining. And alongside with me, I'll let him introduce himself. Chad, how you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Thanks for having me on. I am Chad Ryder. I am in product here at NUSO. Been on the team for about 6 years.
Let's get started. We're going to talk some NUSO Bridge for teams. Before we jump into Platform Connect, the real meat and bones of today, we want to talk a little bit about the value of teams. So there's a lot of value involved in being teams. If you use Teams now, which I'm guessing a lot of you do, use it for your calendar or your chats, there's a massive benefit in integrating your voice into it. Having everything in one place, easy to access, that's valuable right there. You're going to see increased productivity, less clicks to other apps. It's all in one single spot. With our various integrations, we can add everything into one spot, which is great. And this also keeps your phone system modern. If you've ever been on an old school legacy PBX, you've noticed in the past 5-10 years that switch from the physical systems to the cloud and all that. And Teams is modern. It's being updated. It's growing. It's changing. It has a massive user base. And so keeping voice in Teams keeps you kind of locked in that future-proof environment, which is great.
Yeah. And when we talk about Teams, I always think a great place to start is how big is the Teams user base. And so this is how many user licenses are out there for Microsoft Teams. These numbers are as of January 2024. I just actually popped on and checked too to make sure. They still have not released anything new since these numbers. But it just gives you a great snapshot of just how fast Microsoft Teams came on and took over the collaboration market, and just how many licenses. I mean, an estimated 350 million. I was seeing some other estimates pushing about 400 million licenses out there possibly today. And so just the behemoth of market share that these guys have taken over in the collaboration space is remarkable. So it's just a great place to start and understand that.
Yeah, Chad, I bought a new laptop 6 months ago, and Teams was pre-installed on that puppy. I mean, they're just like throwing it at people.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you don't mind hitting the next slide there.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Okay, so I always think also a great place to start is to see what is Teams saying about themselves. So these are stats that Microsoft put out about Teams. If you were to use Microsoft Teams, they say that it saves people an average of 1.6 hours a week, and that's from switching between applications and just people being mobile and not having to, walk back over to a desk or something like that in order to answer their phone. They also say that there's a huge cost savings. They also say that people see 143% return on investment in under 6 months when they decide to utilize Teams, and just a reduced burden on IT staff. And a lot of this comes around just having so many different applications built into one interface there, where people are using Teams to do their chats, to do their file sharing, to do their meetings, and now with your help to do their phone. And so just a great some great stats to carry with you while you're trying to talk about the importance of Teams in our workplace. So let's get in today to Platform Connect. This is what we came to talk about. And really, when we're talking about integrating phone into Microsoft Teams, there are several different flavors of ways to do that. But really, I think that that NUSO Bridge for Team, our Platform Connect product, is really the best bang for your buck. And it's really I think one of the most powerful ways to integrate Teams into your workflow, because you are probably already sitting there and you are using the NUSO UCAS solution. And so maybe you have a phone on your desk, maybe you're using the soft phone on the computer. But what this does is it allows you to still let those calls flow through your UCAS system. So everything that you already have in place, nothing changes. Your call routing stays the same. Your extensions stay the same. Your ability to dial extension to extension in the office stays the same. You still have the same auto attendance for people to be able to make their selections. And so nothing changes in your world in your call routing, but what you're doing is you're enabling your Teams client to also be able to receive those phone calls. So when a call comes in, you can decide whether you still want it to ring on your desk. So it rings on your desk. If you've taken your computer and walked across the room, it's still going to ring on your computer through your Microsoft Teams tenant on the computer. Or if you're like me and you're constantly on the go, and you have the Teams mobile app, boom, it just rings right in there to the mobile app. And so no matter where you're at, you're dynamic and able to answer your phone calls, tend to your customers, because you've basically stitched all the solutions together with one simple integration, and all of it still comes through your NUSO UCAS solution. But you do see that Teams app acts as like the end client. It acts as another phone that you can answer from, another device. So what does it take to make Platform Connect work? It does take a few things. You have to have an E5 license, or you can have a lesser license on Microsoft, like an E3. But if you have the E3, you also then have to tack on what they call their phone standard license. So as long as you have that phone standard license from Microsoft, then all it takes is this Platform Connect license from NUSO, and off to the races you go. And obviously your UCAS seat that you already have. So you just stitch those three things together and you're off to the races, which really with our team is much simpler than it sounds. We also have a handy Microsoft license checker available on our website. So if you're a little questionable about whether or not you have the right licenses, you can just log on there and our license checker will tell you within a matter of seconds just if your office environment has the right amount of licenses to utilize, or if you need to pick some more up.
Nice. That's great. Now, Chad, I was curious, what are some of the advantages of using NUSO to be the power behind the Teams phone solution, as opposed to like getting your native phones through Teams, like through Microsoft?
Oh, that's a great question, Phil. So yeah, obviously Microsoft does offer the ability to go to them straight and just get a phone license that lights up Teams and gives you phone connectivity through Teams. But none of that would be integrated back to anything you're already doing in your NUSO UCAS space if you just went that route. By having NUSO stitched it all together, one, you get to use the environment you're already using, and this just becomes another end device. The other thing is that if anything were to happen to Microsoft Teams, and let's say the Teams app is unusable, it's maybe they're down for maintenance, maybe they're down because of an issue or anything like that, your phone number still would work. All the phones on your desk or the NUSO UCAS system would still be ringing through. And so you would still be able to answer the phone in any of those other traditional spaces if something with Teams wasn't working. If you had gone just straight with Teams and that was all you were doing, then you would just be dead in the water if they were having an issue.
So that's a big redundancy factor then, the fact that you're not throwing all your eggs in one basket, which I think when it comes to almost anything technology, that's always a good play, right? So
yes, sir.
That is awesome.
So here are some of the other flavors of Microsoft Teams connectivity that we do through our Bridge for Teams product. Platform Connect, obviously being at the top, it is we consume it through a user-based license, and you can get pricing from your account manager. And then there's SIP Connect, where maybe you have a scenario where you're not really needing to use the NUSO UCAS system at all, and really you just want to pipe in some trunks with NUSO's carrier services telephony behind it. And so in that case, you're still getting that great redundancy. You're still on our network, but still using Teams. But Teams is really providing all of your call control. That is SIP Connect, and we sell that by the trunk. And there is a Messaging Connect SMS, which we've talked about on some other webinars as well. And that's the pricing there is really built around SMS pricing. And then Phil, if you'll slip to the next slide, we also have Operator Connect. Now, Operator Connect is a lot like SIP Connect, right? You're using our telephony and piping it into Microsoft Teams, but this is really for that customer that you're in Teams all the time. You have a Teams admin. They are running everything from within Teams, and they would prefer to really be in the back end of Teams and controlling all their call control. And if that's the case, we can still be the carrier, which has a lot of benefit to it. And that would be who would want to consume Operator Connect there. And we sell that by a user bundle. So that bundle comes with a certain amount of users, also a plethora of DIDs, and we make it worth it for you there in the bundle.
Yeah, and that is quite user-friendly as well from a Teams kind of admin perspective. So if your provider controls your whole Teams environment and that's where you really, really live, this could be a great option.
Yeah, I know Phil and I were just putting a video together on that, and it is very slick about how easy it is to set that up, and then all of a sudden you're ordering numbers from us and they're just appearing in your Teams client. So
yeah, absolutely. Now, another thing that we wanted to touch on is another product that we have that is Microsoft Teams certified. And it is a very, very powerful call recording solution. And we wanted to tack this on because, again, if you're living in Teams, you're using it for chats, you're using it for your calendars, maybe you're using it for your phones too, because you're going to get hooked up with Platform Connect or Operator Connect. If you need a call recording solution that's also integrated into that, our NUSO Connect recorder has a lot of potential to do that for you, and it has some unique features that you don't see a lot in the industry. One of the big pieces is that it is officially certified by Microsoft. And so when updates come through Microsoft, we are notified ahead of time. That way we can update our product to make sure it is always running and always working. If products don't have this certification, they're not getting updated as quickly as people who are certified. So it's a big deal. On top of that, we are utilizing AI-powered transcription and sentiment analysis. So this is a way you can see all your call recording transcription real quick, real easy. You can also see a sentiment analysis, which we utilize happy smiley faces and sad smiley faces to let you know real quick from a visual glance if a call was good or bad based off of that face, whether it's happy, sad, or maybe just meh, it's got a nice little flat face. We can also record from many environments. So I know that a lot of companies pay for Zoom and for Teams. They might do calls on both. We can actually record from both those avenues and have everything in one single spot. You can look at all the recordings. We can record your voice, your Teams calls, the screen shares, all the video participants involved. It's got incredible tools around audits. So if for some reason you're in an industry where those recordings are very important to be called upon and looked at for any type of audits, as you can see at the bottom, we meet a bunch of compliance standards like MiFID II, HIPAA, GDPR, a bunch more. So in the world of those call calls being recorded, if compliance is a big deal, seeing all those recordings in one spot, keeping track of them, that is huge. There's a lot of value there. Touched on this already, but yes, we can grab recordings from all over the place. We do store inside. We can pretty much store it wherever. So if we need stuff stored under your watch on your servers, we can do that. If we need it stored in the country of origin within your business, we can do that. There's a lot of stuff that we can do, very customizable.
And Phil, I think sorry to interrupt you.
You're good.
The compliance piece of it is really also making sure the right people have access to be able to delete or download recordings, or the right people have the ability to listen to recordings. And sometimes when you have the native recorder in the Teams or Zoom environment, the user is the owner of those recordings rather than the company being the owner of those recordings. And so that's why having a recorder like this that can take those recordings and make them owned by the company is important.
That's a great point. I didn't mention it. Yes, we have a lot of layers when it comes to privileges. So you can really lock down who has access to what. And then there are those rabbit trail audits where you can see who viewed this, when, if they downloaded it, if they deleted it. It's very, very comprehensive and detailed. Great point, Chad. Thanks for bringing that up. This is a screenshot of the playback station. This is an actual call that was recorded. You can see there was a bunch of people on it. We've got the transcription down here on the left. Tons of detail. It's all very clean, easy to see. We can, of course, do custom tags. So, maybe it was a sales call or support call. You've also got the ability to comment on things. So real clean, real easy to use. And again, that is the NUSO Connect recorder. That is separate from Platform Connect, but it is, again, Microsoft Teams certified. If you're not wanting to use it on Teams and just use it in general, that's fine, but it is something that we integrate right there into Teams. So what now? We're going to open everything up for questions. So if anybody has any questions, throw it in the chat. And while we're waiting for questions to come in, if you want pricing on Platform Connect or any of the other integrations that we have into Teams or the Connect recorder, a few ways to do that. Reach directly out to your provider. So whether it was your IT or MSP, or you can come to your NUSO channel account manager directly. If you don't know who your channel account manager is or your provider in that situation, you can always reach out to us and we can help you. Just email marketing@nuso.cloud. And if you just want more information, more resources, go to our website or check out our YouTube page. Again, we do have another, I think it was maybe around 20 minutes long, another webinar we did a few months back where we go over all the Teams offerings in a little more depth. So we've got that as well. Let's see if we have any questions in the chat. Nothing so far. Chad, anything you wanted to add to this? Something maybe we didn't talk about or something you want to expand upon?
Oh, on the spot? I don't think I have anything off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
No, it's great. I mean, the Platform Connect product, it's one thing we didn't talk about is how quickly we can actually deploy this.
That is true.
Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah, in a lot of cases, what we see as other companies, we see them waiting for days, sometimes up to a week to get that sort of provisioning in place. And what we are doing is literally having people turned up within minutes, sometimes even under a minute, depending on the scenario of what they're needing. But especially this Platform Connect, I mean, it literally is as quick as setting up a device on somebody's account. So it does not take much time at all, and you can have a full team solution and be on your way to more important business things.
Yeah, and that's enabling Teams on your computer to take calls, and then if you use the mobile app on your iOS or Android, that's you also taking calls on the go. So if
yep.
I know a lot of people, they're just like, I love the Teams mobile app. I want to take calls on it. They use Platform Connect for that. It's great. It's quick. We can turn it up. The pricing is great, which I don't have that. I'm not in sales, but if you want it, again, get in touch with your provider. Go to your NUSO channel account rep if you know who they are. And I'm not seeing any questions. So that means, Chad, either we did a really good job explaining this or possibly a terrible one, but I would assume it's the latter. So thank you all for joining. If any questions come up after we're done, reach out to any of the avenues we mentioned. Again, we'll send this out in post. You can watch it again or have somebody in your office watch it who didn't get a chance to. Really do appreciate everybody's time. Chad, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And yes, everybody have a fantastic rest of your week. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye, y'all.